Hello, friends. My name is James Hawkins, and as always, I'm joined by my good friends Bryan Castiglione and Anthony Alessino, as well as my younger brother, Jack Hawkins. On this show, we're all about parlays, overs, unders, spreads, and money lines. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Parlay-Vous. What is up, beautiful people, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of the Parlay-Vous podcast. We got Bryan Castiglione behind the computer. We got Jack Hawkins to my left. My name, of course, is James Hawkins, and absentee Alessino. Not here again. Should have hammered under 1.5 episode appearances for Alessino on the week. So we're going to get right into Thursday Night Football very quickly because, once again, if I'm being completely honest with you, this might not even be up before the game starts. But we talk about it on Tuesday for that reason. My piece on it, I have action tonight. Plus 1,000. I went with our man, Average Bears Enjoyer on TikTok, and the stupid fucking AI. First touchdown. Kyle Pitts, plus 1,000.
Really?
Yep.
All right.
So I'm in. I'm in there like swimwear.
We'll see.
I thought about
fun.
going, and I still might, depending on if we can get out before the show, before the game starts. Cordero, 1 touchdown anytime. 100 total rushing. Falcons minus 2.5. I was getting 575 on that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna tell you on that first touchdown just because they're always fun. Plus 1,000 is kind of nice too. I think I was thinking Falcons money line, but 2.5 doesn't seem too crazy.
Right.
Their last meeting went overtime. They won by a field goal after.
I mean, if you get to overtime, you're gonna if they win, you cover.
Right.
You know.
So I'm thinking I might just take Falcons 2.5. I like I said, I like the first time. Anytime on Cordero is nice. I'm trying to see who else we have here. I just got the alert. They activated Chuba Hubbard for tonight, so he'll be playing. I like Algier plus 220 if he winds up vulturing one from Patterson.
I hate that for me.
I know you hate that. But
I hate that for me.
Terrence Marshall also kind of interesting. He's got a lot of targets over the past 2 weeks. He's plus 400 for any time.
Yeah, and I saw
number 2 in that receiver room. So
yeah,
you could be looking at him tonight.
Alessino's big guy from Tuesday. Tommy Tremble was plus 400 last I looked.
Yeah, I got him.
And then plus 18 on the first touchdown, which I think Alessino was talking all that mess about first touchdown Tommy Tremble, right?
He was mentioning it. Let me see if I can find him real quick. Tommy Tremble, yeah, plus 1,800 on that. How many? Does Marcus Mariota have any rushing touchdowns? How often that offense runs this year?
I think he has. I know for a fact he has at least one. I know for a fact he has one.
The fact that he can't throw, so
because he's like 950, right?
Yeah, and I mean he's 280 on any time, but he's plus.
Oh, 280 anytime. No, but
he's plus 1,300.
You know who's like 9 and 950 on anytime?
Who?
Philip Walker.
Oh. You think
PJ?
he goes down like that?
I don't know, but that's who I was more interested in.
He can move?
Does he have I'm not sure. No clue.
I only watched him like literally outside.
I mean, he can get around.
2 games
he can get around back there and make plays happen, but I don't know if he's really a takeoff and run it guy.
The one that makes it happen, honestly.
I mean, to be honest, this looks like a game a whole lot of running. I don't think they want Mariota throwing the ball, and
they are 100% a running team.
Yeah,
I think the Panthers will let Phillip unload it because why not?
Bad Falcons pass defense. You got to figure it out here. The last game was, if I remember correctly, I think it was over at least 42 or 43 points.
Yeah, we turned down multiple alleged ridiculous trade packages for DJ Moore, so we're going to use him.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, yeah.
They were like, we'll give him 13 targets the next week and see what happens. But yeah, why don't you
Jack, it's prize picks time.
So on a sleepy little Thursday evening in the fall.
Sure does feel that way.
Yep, it feels that way. We got a
Dude,
not so awesome game. What do you got? What do you say?
I saw it was pitch black at 5:02 over here on the East Coast, and I just got sad. It's a sad time.
Leaving work at night is tough.
I'll tell you now, there's no need to be sad because Prize Picks is coming with the heat today. So for you guys, I got a little game for you guys. All right, we're gonna have a little Prize Picks Jeopardy here. I'm gonna give you guys some categories with some interesting odds. I want you to pick one, and I'll give you a couple of cool bets we got here on Prize Picks.
All right,
So
what are
our-
the categories?
We got rushing and receiving touchdowns. However, we are combining players. So Kyle Pitts and Drake London, for instance, could get over the line is a half, and you could get rushing and receiving touchdowns. That's the category. We have, as usual, we do have our punt lines. Okay. We also have punts inside the 20, as well as 50-yard punts. We have our rushing and receiving touchdown regulars, as well as we have some defensive ones. We have rushing attempts. We have
I'll take punts over 50 for
punts-
500.
Punts over 50 for 500. The line for Bradley Pinion, 2.5 punts over 50 yards. Johnny Hecker, 3. The line is 3 for 50 plus
What's
yards.
his yards? Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'll take the over on Mr. Hecker.
Yeah.
So 4 punts over 50 yards. For
Yeah,
Johnny
why not?
Hecker. We like that. All right, Brian, would you like to select a category?
I like the Drake London Kyle Pitts combined half.
So
Because if one of them gets one, then
I'll give you a couple of odds here because we have some crazy ones going.
okay.
We got Kyle Pitts, Drake London, and Caleb Huntley. The line is a half for rushing and receiving touchdowns between those 3. So if any of them score, you see a hit. You also have DJ Moore, Kyle Pitts, DJ Moore, Marcus Mariota. We have Kyle Pitts, Marcus Mariota, or Olamide Zacchaeus. We got Algier, Caleb Huntley, or Kyle Pitts. We got Drake London, Terrace Marshall, and Caleb Huntley. We got Kyle Pitts, Marcus Mariota, Chuba Hubbard. We got Tyler
That
Algier.
one's not bad.
We got Chuba Hubbard, Tyler Algier, Kyle Pitts. We got Deonta Foreman, Tommy Tremble. We got CDP, Cordell Patterson, or Demir Bird. We got Cordell Patterson, Caleb Huntley. We got Algier, DJ Moore, Deonta Foreman, Olamide Zacchaeus, Tyler Algier, Caleb Huntley, Drake London. Couple of odd groups there. My favorite
What's
out of
Algier Moore?
Hmm?
What's
Uh,
Algier? You said there was an Algier Moore
there's
stat.
DJ Moore, Kyle Pitts, DJ Moore, Marcus Mariota, and give me
DJ
one
Moore and
second.
Kyle Pitts is kind of interesting.
What
Because
is
you
it?
figure DJ Moore's safe.
Half. All these lines.
Oh,
are
they're
half.
all a half?
They're
Right,
all half.
yeah.
So any of these players.
Yeah,
who
DJ
score
Moore,
a
DJ
Kyle
Moore and
Pitts.
Kyle Pitts seems very safe.
Over a half touchdown.
All right,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we'll take that. All right, James, back to you. What would you like to
Punts
see?
inside the 20.
Punts inside the 20.
Do they have that?
We
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
We got Bradley Pinion for 1.5 and Johnny Hecker for 2.
I'll take Bradley Pinion.
1.5.
Over.
1.5.
1.5. Punts inside the 20.
What are the interception props look like?
Give me 1 second.
both
I
of
was
these
so
two are
excited.
good
I
for
was
one.
so
Like,
excited.
You
I
would
could-
think, right?
Yeah.
I was
Can
so
we get a
excited.
combined interceptions on quarterbacks over 1.5?
It looks like we have no interceptions today.
Prize picks. Get it together.
Guys.
They're like, we
still-
can't just hand out the money.
Yeah. So
Not tonight, boys.
we
Sorry.
still have-
We're getting,
we-
you're, getting
Not on
punt,
Thursday.
you're getting punt lines.
we got regular punts. We have field goals made. We have
Field
our
goals
usual-
made. We got Young
our-
Wei Koo. Is there a distance on field goals?
no, just the field goals made. We used to have kicking points, but we don't anymore. We do have
They
the
took 'em
only
away.
line for our field goals made. We got Young Wei Koo, 1.5 field goals. I like the
Under.
Oh, you like the under?
Under. You think
We're
it's a
scoring
score?
fucking points tonight.
All right, so we got Young Wei Koo in there. Brian, would you like to select our last grouping here? Or actually, I can go with one.
Yeah, I was
'cause
gonna say, why don't you pick it? It's
we
yours.
got a new one here. I haven't seen in a while. We have rushing attempts,
Okay, what's Cordero at?
13.5.
Over.
Over.
All right.
Yeah, he's about to rush the ball like 18, 19 times.
Also,
Yeah.
we do
So I have
have
to touch the ball 30 times tonight.
our 2 other props we have here. We got Deonta Foreman for 12.5 and Algier for 8.5.
Algier feels
Foreman
safe.
under, Algier over.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I do have 5 options here. I'm going to tell you guys what we got. We got the Thursday night prize picks coming at you with some weird lines. Here we go. We got Johnny Hecker for over 50-yard punts. We have over 3. So there'd be 4 punts for over 50 yards.
Jeez. 200 punt yards.
200 punt yards. DJ Moore and Kyle Pitts for a touchdown combined. The line is a half. So if either of those guys score, you're in the green. Bradley Pinion for punts inside the 20. We have 1.5. We're going to go over.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go over.
We got Young Wei Koo for field goals made. We're going to go under.
Yeah.
Yeah, how
And we got CDP for 13.5 rushing attempts.
Easy.
Over.
Easy. Yeah, over easy.
So,
Over easy.
Prize Picks, thank you for coming at us with these interesting odds.
I'm glad we have
definitely
so many
getting
punt
busy.
stats to fucking discuss
Dude,
on the
it
show,
fucking
dude.
brings joy to my heart to know that I
The
can
people
bet
are loving
on
this at home at the
punting.
gym listening to this right now. They're like, I love punt lines.
Dude, punt
This
lines,
is
punt lines are
fantastic.
the most electric thing because you don't have to worry about any of the games.
Even if the
besides
game
fourth
sucks,
fucking
even if the
down.
game sucks, we got fucking odds on punting, baby.
Dude, it's like betting on the WNBA. It's great.
oh my
Dumb
god.
ladies make their free throws. All right, folks. So our Prize Picks parlay from Parlay-Vous. We got Johnny Hecker over 3 50-yard punts. We got DJ Moore and Kyle Pitts combined. Either of them grab a touchdown. Bradley Pinion for punts inside the 20. We got the line at 1.5. We're hitting over. We got Younghoe Koo for under 1.5 field goals made. And we got CDP touching the ball 14 times. Prize Picks, get at us. I'll be shooting you an email soon.
Let's see. Shooting you an email. What do we
I
got
fucking
next?
love that. Injuries.
Injuries,
Matt Stafford
dude, we got some
is in
injuries.
the concussion protocol.
Yes.
That one I know for sure. Jason Verrett. Oh,
Yes,
hold on.
just-
Before I do
yeah.
Jason Verrett, on Tuesday, remember I said this feels like an ideal second helmet game?
Yeah.
Panthers are wearing their black helmets tonight. So now all we
Ooh.
need is the Falcons to wear those stupid red ones, and I was 100% right. But I'm already right as far as I'm concerned. Let's talk Jason Verrett. 2016 tears his left ACL. 2018 tears his left Achilles. I could be wrong on the left and right, but you get the gist. 2020 tears his right ACL. Today in practice tears his right Achilles.
Yeah.
I could have been wrong on the times and which ones, but
Still though.
systematically
Tough.
just losing his legs, dude. Probably over for your boy, dude.
I would think so.
You would think, right? I
4
mean, at this
injuries in
point, what are we
5
doing?
years is
Yeah.
Tough. It's tough. Yeah.
Who else?
Who else we got? As far as quarterbacks, big names, we have Josh Allen, who
Right.
you said ruled out.
Ruled out for the
Ruled
Vikings
out.
game.
Kyler Murray popped up with a hamstring. Aaron Rodgers popped up with a thumb. So, those are pretty much the notable ones. Really much. As far as running back, Henry popped up, but I think he's just not practicing. I don't think it's really anything to be too.
Zeke still monitoring the
overly concerned
situation.
with.
From what I've last seen, Zeke,
Yeah,
they're
Zeke's
still
on here
monitoring
as well.
Zeke.
Damian Pierce, Aaron Jones, Deion Jackson, Jonathan Taylor. Hubbard was just activated, so he seems like he'll be good to go. DeAndre Swift, I know just from fantasy, he's being listed as questionable, but they're really just managing his workload. He's still going to play. He might get like 10 carries, but that's pretty much what it is. I think Taylor might play.
Yeah.
So, but still listed as questionable. Wide receiver, I put this up early, but they already put this man on the IR. Hunter Renfrow, gone for the next 4 games.
Minimum,
least.
yeah.
Minimum.
And as
So,
well, Darren Waller.
Outside of him, you got Watkins, Sammy Watkins, KJ Hamler, Reynolds, Landry, Keenan Allen, obviously Jamar Chase, Romeo Dubs.
Right.
Everyone that's been out.
You didn't
out.
have Darren Waller in there?
I have Waller under tight end.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know you. We were
Ingram,
going by position.
Njoku,
Sorry.
and Waller, all coming up questionable. So
No, Waller went on the IR.
sorry, yes, Waller's completely on the IR.
Minimum 4 games for him as well.
Yeah.
So for the fantasy season, both those guys are done unless you are a playoff team.
And honestly, I mean, if the Raiders keep going the way they're going, I don't think Waller comes back for the rest of the year.
Probably
They
not.
Probably just hold him out.
They might bolt. It
yeah,
depends on how
you
these
never know.
next couple weeks go without him.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the big ones obviously being Josh Allen. Backup for them is Case Keenum. Kind of definitely fits the system, I would say. Not as gifted as, not as strong of an arm as Allen.
Has
but,
a rapport with Stephon.
Yeah, knows him
Has
from
a rapport with
Minnesota.
Stephon Diggs.
Right. So, and I mean, that's really what you need.
I've always loved Case Keenum.
Oh, no, I
back
definitely
to
like
his
him. I
days
think
at
it'll be
Houston,
interesting.
dude. His days in college at Houston, he threw for like 4,000 or 5,000 yard season.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Before we go any further, Philip Walker throwing the ball more than 25 times tonight, we believe, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Stafford in concussion protocol. I mean, on a Thursday, not good.
No, not
probably
great.
not likely to play if things don't go good tomorrow.
And their backup is
John Wolcroft. If you remember him from last year's guy that broke his thumb in the Seahawks game, and then they had to bring in the third guy. You
Yeah.
remember this guy.
Yeah, I remember this guy vaguely.
Much more of a fall off from Stafford to Walcroft, if I'm saying his last name right, than Allen to Keenum. So, and the Rams already look bad. So,
And I'll just say this: Buffalo playing Minnesota, Miami playing Cleveland. Their defense is banged up right now. Nick Chubb should eat against them. If they both win, meaning Cleveland and Minnesota, the Jets are in first place in the AFC East.
spicy stuff.
And the
Definitely
Jets
spicy stuff.
somehow get a win during the bye. But, we'll
You gonna
see.
be all right this week with no Jets.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be better than all
You'll
right.
sit on the couch this week.
Yeah,
All right, that's good.
yeah.
That's
Well,
good.
not for nothing. If the Jets were playing at 4:00 when there's only 3 games on, I sit on the couch. But when there's 11 games on at 1:00, I want to watch the damn Jets.
I get it. Line movements. real
Yeah,
quick?
line movements. You said
Not
there was
much.
only 2, right?
Half points here and there, kind of just how it is every week. The big ones. Obviously Buffalo, Minnesota. This was from this morning, so this was before Josh Allen got ruled out. So I'm gonna check real quick what it was. But when I checked, it only had dropped a point. So it was 4.5 when we had it on Tuesday, and it dropped down to 3.5. I'm just gonna pull up what it is right now because I'm gonna assume it probably. No, it's still sitting at -3.5. So nothing changing there.
That game's on at 1:00.
That is a 1:00 game.
I
on
can't
Sunday.
wait to bet on the Vikings, dude.
Giants Houston moved a point. It was 5.5, -5.5 for the Giants. Now it's -4.5. New Orleans and Pitt moved a point, opened up at 2.5, now down to 1.5 for New Orleans. And then obviously, this was the biggest one: Arizona Cardinals, and then the Rams with Stafford opened up at it was Rams -3. Now it's Rams -1.5. So
Yeah.
literally cut that right in half. And yep, still 1.5 for that too. So not much other than that. Those were really the big ones. I would assume this Bills one. I guess they're confident in the Bills defense and Keenum just to kind of come in and manage it to at least a field goal.
And and people are probably just going to be betting on Kirk Cousins falling off the eventual cliff.
Yeah, I mean, not a primetime game. So you
1
don't got to worry
p.m.?
about that part. Yeah, 1 p.m. You don't got to worry about that. So
I forgot. I saw fucking the Noon Nightmare. I think someone called him.
yeah. I did see that, which is totally
the,
fair.
The Noon Nightmare.
Yeah, I
dude.
saw that. Someone edited it. They put like a time clock.
Yeah, looked like a comic book hero.
Yeah. But yeah, not much. I mean, this week I kind of felt that way about this week, and every week feels like the games are just so close outside of like maybe 2 or 3 of them, as opposed to weeks in the past where I felt like every week I'd be dead set on who I thought was going to win at least 50% of the games. Where this year it's been, I know, maybe 2 games, and the rest are kind of a toss up.
I'm feeling just like mixing it up this week. I might, like, personally, IRL, I might do an entire week, a weekend long parlay.
From college football.
We might do a college football game, Izzy Adesanya money line,
Okay.
and then a football game on Sunday. Fucking mix it in there. One little bit of
Probably
everything.
cash out,
Little
honestly.
grab a little of this, a little of that. Hey, how you doing?
I wonder what the odds would be. On
Little
Sunday.
Oregon -40 or whatever the fucking spread's gonna be. I don't even know if they're playing this week, to be honest with you. Look up Oregon's line this week, who they're playing and what the line is.
Give me uno momento, por favor.
I forgot about UFC this weekend. That's right. Do you want me to just jump into DFS? While you bring
Yeah.
that up? All right. So DFS, I kind of went over this off air a little bit. And I'll just kind of go over it again. I feel like DFS price points are very, very on point. Go ahead. Was Oregon playing? I don't know. Price points are very, very accurate this year. There's kind of not so much value as there was last year, and I think it's just because offenses aren't scoring so much. So the trend that I've been kind of noticing, and it's going to be the same thing kind of this week too, is we're finding these games that have these lopsided matchups where players are either priced perfectly or they're cheap enough where you can kind of exploit it. So this week for QB, the solid option I have is going to be Patrick Mahomes. Originally, he was the second cheapest option, but now that Josh Allen isn't playing, he's going to be the most expensive. But he's still under $8,000, and he's versus Jacksonville. This is pretty much going to be how this whole trend's going to go. For value, I have Justin Fields against Detroit. Under Justin Fields, you're pretty much falling into either Daniel Jones, and then everyone else under them is pretty much a backup. So you're not putting any hope into that.
Justin Fields, you should hammer. That guy's
Yeah,
been on
he's only
fire.
6,500.
So is that as much as a receiver?
6,500. Like it's falling into like the Daniel Jones, like Carson Wentz territory. That sort of area.
Damn.
Until he kills it this week, and then they boost him up to like 7,500. But running back, I got Nick Chubb that you mentioned against Miami for a solid pick, and I do like Jacobs against the Colts. I know he kind of cooled off a little bit, but I feel like the Colts are just a mess. And this is going to be the first game against Jeff Saturday, who doesn't have any coaching experience. So I don't think it's too out of the realm that the defense gets a little exploited.
There's
the whole
three
team-
words
Yeah,
for
not-
that
yeah,
matchup.
absolutely.
There's 3 words to that matchup. Unleash the run.
Yeah, let Jacobs run, for real.
Jacobs or Taylor?
This
Jacobs
game,
and Taylor. Let
this
them both
game
run.
should look
Yeah.
like it
Unleash
came
the
right out
run.
of 1978, dude.
Yeah,
70
250 yards on the
Yeah.
field.
72 fucking carries between the two teams for 385 rushing yards. That's what this game should be.
That would be lit. Definitely for my fantasy team. I need to beat V-Ridge this week. Sorry, V-Ridge. It just has to happen. And then
Good
for
luck.
value, I know.
Yeah, but then you got me next week.
that's fine. We got to get to that week
Yeah,
first.
it's 1 week at a time. I hear you.
I got Damian Pierce against the Giants. I mean, the matchup's not great, but he's only 6,300. And then outside of Damian Pierce, I do like the swap between David Montgomery, and Khalil Herbert. They're pretty much interchangeable, I feel like, at this point. And they're only $1,000 away. It's 6,000 or 5,900, I guess, depending on how you want to budget. But wide receiver, I mean, there's been one guy who's been solid at the price point. It doesn't matter how much you pay, and it's going to be Tyreek Hill. He's
Gotta be.
9,000 plus, if not every week, and
Putting up fucking
doesn't
Madden
matter.
numbers.
Yeah. Outside of him, I had Diggs on here at 83. Now that Keenum's back, I'm a little bit more nervous, but I don't think it changes anything. For
I
value,
think
have
it raises his value.
You think so?
Because
Oh yeah, because
they
it's
have
going to
a
be him or no one.
familiarity.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not,
Alright.
and Case Keenum probably isn't going to be as confident as Josh Allen, who's probably the most confident quarterback in the NFL.
Right.
That's willing to rip these darts down the field to Gabe Davis and Isaiah McKenzie
Yeah,
and
that makes
whoever it
sense.
is. You know,
All I
Naheem
have to
Hines and
say
a wheel route.
about this whole rapport. Case Keenum isn't the quarterback that God designed for Stephon Diggs. So
Yeah.
That's
true.
that's 100% fine, but Stephon
He
Diggs
just
had
needs to
1,000
be
yard
the one
seasons
he just
with
needs
Case
to be
Keenum.
like the template that for the quarterback. That
Yeah,
God was
just get him
creating,
the
you
ball
know?
early and
Yeah.
often. Force feed this man the rock, dude.
Let him figure it out from there. For value, I mean, it's got to be Juju Smith-Schuster. They still have him at $6,000, and he's becoming like Patrick Mahomes. Low-key
Go-to
wide
guy,
receiver
yeah.
one, not like the solidified wide receiver one, but he's definitely getting work. And Christian Kirk in the same game, I mean, it's not great, but he's the only guy catching the ball, I feel like, in Jacksonville. And you're going to have to pass against the Chiefs. There's the only way it's going to work.
And you'll be able to for, you know.
dude, ETN will have 1,000 yards receiving out of the backfield if that's the case.
And then tight ends, it's just Kelsey and Njoku because there's really not much else. And then
Though you said
What's
Njoku wasn't
the-
playing.
What's the value on Dolchich?
Njoku? What do you mean?
You
I
didn't say
didn't say
Njoku.
Njoku.
No, you didn't say he wasn't playing with the injuries. All right, that's
I
that's.
mean,
me
I
then.
thought he was
You-
coming back this week.
Brian, can you give me
What?
a look? Can you go look for Greg Dolchich and the value he has?
Yeah, let me see. I saw him on there before. Real quick while I pull that up. Defenses, I just have Cardinals and Vikings just based off backup quarterback play. And, you know, you're bound to get a pick or a fumble or mistakes are at
Couple
least bound
sacks,
to happen.
something like that.
My DraftKings does not want to pull it up. Here we go. Let's see. Dorchich.
Yep.
Yeah, I picked up the Cardinals defense this week because I had the Jets on a bye.
You guys want to get a little crazy?
And
Look
I-
for some first touchdown bets. Look at Greg Dolchich. That's the guy you should be looking at.
He's
See
a
if
tight
he can
end.
make a little moolah.
Yeah, he's the
looked him up
Broncos
before.
tight end.
3,400.
Yeah, I was gonna say
For Greg.
36.
And let's
That's some
see.
good value, no?
Yeah, 100%. Russell.
Yeah,
he's got
34. I'm trying
he's-
to pull up his game log.
he's
but
got
it's
no
loading.
less than 11 points in the three
okay, so
games
you
he's
know what the
played.
fuck's good.
Yeah.
So
when
3,400 for
yeah,
that is
Yeah.
when Dolchich plays, he leads the Broncos in receiving yards.
Honestly, I might slot him in this week at 3,400 and see what else I can move around.
Yeah, Russ looks for him. He's everything that we thought. What's the guy?
Oh, Alberto. You talking about Alberto?
Yeah, Alberto.
Yeah.
Alberto.
I know, I wanted
his
Alberto to
name
be-
was leaving.
I
me
don't know
for
how
a
to
second
say his
there.
last name, but Alberto is all.
Yeah,
I
his
know.
first name left me too. I was just I didn't want to try to say the last name and
I wonder
just
if
be
he gets
offensive.
shipped out after this year or
I don't know what
winds
his
up somewhere
contract
else.
deal is. He'll probably wind up somewhere else.
freak athlete.
That
as
whole
far as I
team-
know.
He'll
Yeah.
probably wind up on
So-
the Chargers or somewhere, like Donald Parham.
Yeah.
That guy's a freak.
They're gonna be like, we're running 5 wide with 4 tight ends.
Yeah.
It's Donald Parham,
Everyone
Gerald
that's running
Everett.
at you is 6'3" or
Yeah.
taller. So be ready for that
Like
shit.
6'7", 250.
You just throw jump balls every play.
Yeah, we're just
And there's Mike Williams.
Yeah.
the Chargers. The Chargers
The
have an
only
average
receiver.
height. Chargers have an average height on offense of 6'5.5" inches. Because it's all offensive linemen, tight ends. Herbert's 6'5" or
Skews it a little
6'6".
bit.
Yeah,
How's tall? Herbert's like 6'5"?
6'6", 6'7".
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Really?
How tall is Mike Williams? 6'5"?
I know Williams
6'4".
was tall. I didn't know Herbert was that tall.
Yeah, because that was one of the knocks on Herbert coming out of college is because he was so big, it took him too long to get the ball out because he has huge ass arms.
Jeez.
Austin Eckler's the outlier there.
Yeah, Austin Eckler's your height.
5'10".
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna say,
he's
I
like
know
5'6".
He's short. Yeah, he's short.
No,
he's
he
just strong as shit.
he played
Short can't
Division
stand out
2.
leader in fantasy points.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you, Eckler.
All right, well that's daily fantasy. Anything else?
You know, I got
I'm
nothing
good.
much else. What do you got?
We're gonna have to take a break.
All right.
Catch you after the break.
What up, guys? We're going to get you back to the show as soon as possible. I promise you that. But before we can do that, we have to make sure that all of our listeners are looking good and feeling better this fall with Saatchi Di Dinero. October 14th, Saatchi is releasing their fall 2022 collection. You want a hoodie that's nice and comfortable. You can wear it out when you're running errands. You can wear it out to the bar. You can wear it maybe when you're going to pick up a date. Whatever you want to do this fall, Saatchi's got you covered. These hoodies, they're pre-shrunk, and it's an oversized fit. So basically what that means is you're going to want to grab one size down from what you would normally wear, and you're going to be perfect. You normally a large, grab a medium. Normally a medium, you want to grab a small. It's very simple, very lightweight, very comfortable. We got a promo code for you. The promo code HAVOC, HAVOC, going to get you 10% off of your total purchase at checkout. SaatchiDiDinero.com is where you want to go for that. Saatchi Di Dinero, always authentic, never counterfeit. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. As always, best way to support the show is to support the sponsors. You support the sponsors, you're supporting the boys, helping the cause. Quit our jobs, get the fuck out of the basement. You know the drill. Let's do some picks. Let's review how we all did last week. I'll open up against the spread. Jets plus 11.5, obviously. Lions plus 3.5. Chiefs minus 12.5. Didn't cut it. So 2-1 against the spread. Locked the Miami money line. That cashed, right? Locked over 49.5 in the Green Bay Lions game. Not even close. And I locked Vikings minus 3. Did they cover 3?
Vikings minus 3.
Did they push? Did
It
they
was
kick?
20-17. Does that count?
That's a push.
It's a push.
I parlayed Lions money line. Miami minus 4.5. What did they win by?
You're getting a call.
Yeah. You want to go?
No.
What were we saying over there?
Miami minus 4.5 last week.
Can you look this up, Jack? I'm just trying to find my shit. I thought I had it. I did not.
What am I looking at?
Miami score from last week.
They won by 3.
All right, so that blows it up. I had the Jets plus 11.5 and the Vikings minus 3, which would have pushed. So that would have cashed if Miami would have covered. My Glizzy God was the Detroit Lions, and they won. Glizzy God hits at an astronomical rate. Suggest you tail it every week. Jack, you're up.
So, last week, week 9, I had Vikings minus 3. Push. Chargers minus 3. Push. Lions plus 3.5. Big hit on that. My locks for the week. Lions money line. Single lock. Hit. Seahawks money line. Double lock. Big hit. So, and then to the parlay we go.
It was plus 3,000 something, so
3,000.
I'm going with you didn't cash it, but let's see.
Minnesota minus 3 didn't push, so comes 3-teamer at that point.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions money line hit. Seattle Seahawks money line hit. Jets cover 11.5 hit. Total over for Tennessee
Damn.
Total over for the Tennessee Titans
Whoa.
versus Kansas City Chiefs. Over was 46.5. Did not hit.
And that's where it all
Slim
gets blown to
margins.
shit.
Slim margins, baby. But it's good to see that I was sharp last week, so we'll see what I can put together this week.
And you sent me Alcino's picks from last week?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll read his off real quick. He had Texans plus 14. I'm not sure if that covered. Someone's going to have to just verify these for me.
Yeah,
real
the
quick.
Texans covered.
He had Panthers plus 7.5, which I know didn't cover. Titans plus 12.5.
Yeah.
They did. Okay. And then he had,
So that was what he had across the board, right?
that was against the spread, yep. And then locks, he has Texans plus 14, which we said hit. Panthers plus 7.5, which did not hit. And then Titans 12.5. He had the same thing twice.
Yeah, he put the same thing all the way
Okay.
across the board. He parlayed it
So
too.
he did the same thing, and he
Yeah.
parlayed it.
Yep.
And then his Glizzy God was the Colts, which I don't think they won
No.
last week. No, they did not.
They did not. They got their
Wouldn't have
shit
fired
kicked in
Frank
by
Reich
the
off of a
Patriots.
win.
Right, wound up firing
Yeah.
Frank Reich. Right.
Fifth Reich Frank.
Yeah.
Five Reich Frank, baby.
5-team Frank. I actually went 3 for 3 on fucking against the spread this week, which is wild. Right? Did I? Let's see. Minnesota covered -3.
They pushed
They pushed. All right, so I went 2 and
2-0-1.
yeah.
Well, when push came
We
to
had-
shove, you could say you shoved a little harder.
A little bit.
I mean, it's
harder.
not a loss because a gambling push, you get your money back. So you know, it's
I had
Yeah, buddy.
Minnesota -3. I had the Rams +3, which I guess now that I'm realizing they also pushed.
Did
so
they?
I went fucking 1-0-2.
Rams lost by 3.
16-13. So pushed on that too. I'm sorry, everyone. I went 1-0-2 because the only one that covered were the Seahawks, who were +3. They wound up winning by 10. For my locks, I went I think 2-1. Packers lost, Jags won, Chiefs won. My parlay I gotta check real quick. I had Miami, Cincy, and Baltimore. Looks like we had
Money lines.
money lines.
That hit.
That fucking hit, dude. That's +246. My glizzy was Atlanta, which I know did not.
I know you
because
were
I
upset
bet
about that
this
on
week.
Sunday.
So, I mean, only lost by 3, but what you gonna do? That might have been my best week, I think, on the show.
Yeah, it's been a
Even
rough
with the
week.
pushes, honestly.
It's been a rough week for a rough season rather for everybody, really.
Yeah.
And we're not alone here. Like if you listen to any of the big gambling podcasts, people are getting crushed all over the board in these segments that they do.
At least it's not as bad as last year. I
Yeah.
still feel like last year was so much worse than this year, honestly. Last year, I felt like I had no clue as to what was going to happen. Like I said before. We don't have Pancake Louie for last week?
I mean, we had it on the show last week, but I didn't bother to dig it up because I don't have
Okay.
picks.
Gotcha.
So let's go. I'll start. We'll just go against the spread around the triangle. We don't have
Yeah.
out picks for Alcino this week either. So it'll
Okay.
just be the three of us. Heads up. I'll go first. Against the spread, I'm taking Minnesota +3.5 against Case Keenum's led Buffalo Bills all day. Taking Arizona +1.5 against John Wolford and the Los Angeles Rams. And I'm taking Atlanta -2.5 tonight.
Nice.
Jack, what do you got against the spread?
So I got Detroit +2.5. I got Seahawks +3. And you know what? I'm gonna take Houston +4.5. So that's what I got for against the spread.
Brian.
I have Miami -3. I have the Bears -3 against Detroit. I just feel like Fields goes off against a very bad defense.
Yeah.
And I also have Arizona -1 against
+1.5.
sorry +1.5 against a John Wolford led Rams team.
Lockety
what do you have for
locks. I'm going to go under 37.5 in that absolute slugfest that's going to be Denver versus Tennessee.
Okay.
That screams 10-7 all day, twice on a Sunday.
Kinda does.
I'm going to lock Dallas money line over the Green Bay Packers, which are just imploding on themselves. At this point, I don't think the resurrection is coming. I think the Aaron Rodgers successor might be sitting in the draft next year.
Might be
We
sitting
could
on
be
the bench
looking-
right now.
No way. That guy sucks.
Jordan Love,
No
you
love.
suck.
No love for Jordan Love.
Yeah, no, it'll be C.J. Stroud with like the 3rd overall pick after they win 4 games for the whole year, and then Rodgers will retire and be a full-time employee for the Pat McAfee show
Yeah, I
or
was gonna
something.
say sign with Barstool.
And then I'm gonna go under 44 in the Philly-Washington game on Monday night. Just going on the 9.5-point spread. Always take the under. Jack, you're up.
Interesting stuff, dude. You know what? I'm gonna throw a lock on the Frisco / Chargers over. I'm gonna throw a lock on that, 45.5. And let's see here. I'm gonna lock up Cowboys 4.5. And I'm gonna lock Seattle +3. But that's what I got.
Alrighty.
For locks this week, I took very easy ones. I'm not even gonna lie. I took Chiefs money line, Philly money line, and I took the Giants money line. That is straightforward as it's gonna get.
That's good with me.
Yeah, I mean,
Here's my parlay that I have actually, as I was putting it together for the segment, I also just placed it IRL. It's Atlanta -2.5 tonight. New York Giants -4.5. Minnesota money line. Arizona money line +15.35.
Wow.
Yeah, let's go. Jack, do you have
we
a
had a
parlay?
great week last week.
I
So.
do not have a parlay at this moment. If you would,
Yeah,
give
but
me
I did
some
almost
short
none of
time.
that damage on parlays though.
Just on straight bets.
I mean, I did the huge. I had like decent, like big money for me for a single bet on the LSU money line.
Yeah.
That paid. It paid out $650. And then, well, there was the touchdown parlay that paid me out a decent amount, but I
Yeah.
got to that point by a lot of straight bets. Do you have a parlay? Because Jack doesn't.
I
He's in the
do.
process of building
Yeah.
one. So go ahead.
I
Give us
took a
yours.
little over under parlay here. So I have the under 45 in the Saints Pittsburgh game because I just feel like that's how that's gonna go. I have over 49.5 in Cleveland and Miami.
Spicy.
It's just gonna be a shootout. I feel like we'll see what happens. And then I also have, as he was mentioning, Chargers and 49ers over.
Like that, Brian.
Yeah, 45
like that.
for it. It was plus 590.
All right.
So not bad.
You ready yet, Jack?
We're almost there. Almost there.
Hey,
right?
cooking up these plus 5,000
Yeah.
parlays.
Yeah.
They don't,
These,
doesn't happen overnight.
These 12
Yeah,
leg.
man. You
12
know,
leg
you give them some
parlays.
thought, and they
When
come
we
to
make
you.
it big, dude, I'm just gonna be like, Jack, here's $1,000. Put together a 15-leg parlay, and we're gonna let him do one every week until he hits one. Be like,
You only
here's,
have
ano-
to hit one. Really.
here's another $1,000, dude. Make another stupid parlay.
I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to it. All right, here we go.
You played Call of Duty all day. How are you not prepared for this? This didn't sneak up on you. We
Call
do
of
this
Duty
every
and-
Thursday
and
night,
Putting
dude.
together a good parlay is two different things, my man.
You had all day.
I had all day, and I got it together right now. I'll tell it to
So
you.
let's hear it.
Let's hear it. Seattle Seahawks +3, Houston Texans +4.5, Detroit Lions +2.5, Vegas Raiders 4.5 -4.5, Dallas Cowboys -4.5, and the over in the Chargers San Francisco game. All those parlayed together, 100 would get you 3,933.
Damn.
Love it.
Serious business.
Yeah, good for this kid.
And that parlay will never see the light of day. Anyway, continue on. Well,
The
with $1,000
the
left.
ultra famous Glizzy God pick of the week. I'm going against some people in the room here, I feel, but I'm taking Cleveland +160.
I like it, but I don't know if I like it enough.
Well,
do you have one?
That's mine. What's yours?
You know, I'm gonna ride on the Bills crashing for a little bit. I'm gonna go Minnesota plus 160.
For the Gliz?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because I have Minnesota +3 as well.
love that, Brian. Look
Yeah.
at us just clicking on all cylinders today. Look
Minnesota
at us. Who would
+3 is my Glizzy against
You
the
taking
Bills.
Minnesota?
Yeah,
Yeah.
who would have thought? Not me.
Actually, it was the first thing I put down was Minnesota +3 because everything else just feels
Great minds think alike, Jim.
too far.
Great minds think alike. So we'll see what happens. But for
All right,
those of you
that's
at
great.
home, so that way I can entertain you during the silence, I do have some prize picks action going into the weekend.
Yeah, tell us what's going on.
I'll tell you what's going on. We got a lot of action on prize picks. But we're betting on Nick Chubb to, ground and pound. Kenneth Walker the same. Jerry Jeudy, little fun fact for you. The line right now is 49.5 receiving yards. However, over the past 5 weeks in his line, he's been 5 of 5 on the over. So you're looking for a little daily fantasy action, a little prize picks action. Jerry Jeudy is the, I don't know how to call this. What do I call this? Jack's prize lock of the week. The prize lock instead of the prize pick. I like that. The prize lock of the week. We're definitely going with Jerry Jeudy. But as you guys all know, I did put the action. I did put some skin down on our punts parlay. So I do have some action on that. And without further ado, Jim, what do you got?
I'll let you know how we did last week, player pimp. Not great, but better than usual. So we had $100 on a parlay. It was the Dolphins -4, Panthers +7.5, Jets +11.5, Lions money line, Seattle +2. That's a loss. Had a parlay all money lines, Fins, Panthers, Lions, Seahawks. That's a loss. Put 100 on the Jets +11.5 to win 89. Won there. Put 350 on Panthers, Seahawks money line parlay. Lost that. And then we put 350 on Dolphins, Lions money line parlay to pay out $1,087. So our total winnings was $1,176 against a $550 loss for a net gain of $626. Take that against our minus $5,111 on the year, and we're up to minus $4,485.
So
Let's
we're
make
shoveling.
Let's
We're
make some
shoveling.
fucking bets,
We're
boys.
shoveling snow. at
Well,
this
you know
point.
what happened there is the Panthers killed us. We
Yeah.
can't have
Heavy Panthers.
we can't have dogs like that attached to everything. But
Yeah.
let's
Go down
uh
the
Alright,
slate?
so let's
let's
take a
run
look.
let's run this down. I mean, we all seem to be in on Minnesota, right?
Yeah, I like Minnesota.
We all
week.
seem to be
yeah.
in on Minnesota, so let's fucking tag someone with Minnesota and put. We should have reviewed Alessino. We gave him, since he wasn't here,
Yes.
$300 to play with on Tuesday. And let me just backtrack in my notes. He put the whole 300 on Colts money line, Dolphins money line, Green Bay money line parlay to win 4,498. So if his parlay wins and we wash, we're in the positive.
I was gonna say then we'll be good to go.
So we
So,
got 300.
I think we should.
Minnesota.
I think we should take Minnesota money line.
I like
I think
Arizona.
We should take the Raiders covering paired with it.
No, let's do
Well, hold on. Let's put some cheddar on it straight. How about
No,
that?
let's do Minnesota, Arizona money line 2-teamer. Simple underdogs that we all feel really good about for the most part against the backup quarterbacks. We'll do the backup quarterback money line parlay, and I say
I'm with that, honestly.
we have 700 to play with, right? So let's put
Yeah.
350 on that.
All right.
On the backup
On the
quarterback.
backup
Almost
quarterback
said bad
parlay.
quarterback. All right,
Yeah,
so
the
that
bad
would be
quarterback parlay.
So that's going to be Rams, Bills. Am I missing one?
No, it's
I'm sorry, Vikings.
Minnesota.
I'm saying the teams that
Yeah,
have
yeah. Minnesota
no
Cardinals
quarterbacks.
2-teamer.
Yeah, 264 it is.
350 to win.
350 to win 925.
All right. So now the way I see it here is we either have one more $350 bet or obviously a $100 bet and a $150 bet.
Okay.
I see it in the same light. So
Let's see.
let's cook.
Problem is nothing.
Well, no,
here.
let's not cook. Let's stir something up because cooking, as you guys know, is not something that you're good at doing in the NFL. So
They let Russ cook, and it's not working out too well.
Yeah, we're not gonna cook and we're not gonna ride, so we're gonna stir instead.
I like the Giants, obviously, just like every other week.
I definitely love the Giants. I think we should find the
love
Giants.
Detroit
All right.
covering. I feel like they lose by 1.2 field
I
goal.
don't necessarily love Detroit.
So
I
you
do love the
like
Giants.
Cleveland.
Giants minus 4.5. Right?
Giants
Yes,
4.5.
4.5.
You like the Cleveland money line or you like the Cleveland spread?
I like the Cleveland money line, but that goes against Bryan at least.
Let's all stick together here now.
Yo, can we just tag it with under 37 in the 37.5 in the Titans Broncos game,
Yeah.
and then maybe look for one more leg.
Dallas covering 4.5.
Bryan, Dallas covering 4.5.
I'm with it.
All right.
They versus the Packers this week. right?
Yeah.
And what was the first one?
Giants minus 4.5.
So 350 would get you. Well, I can't put it in. So
Bryan,
Brian,
What do we got?
we got
Giants minus
Sorry,
4.5.
200 things at once right now. Giants.
okay.
Giants minus 4.5. Dallas minus 4.5.
Yep, and Cleveland. Oh wait,
No,
Cleveland.
under 37.5 in
Under
the Denver
37.
game.
Here we go. That is going to be 611. We're putting 150.
350.
350 to win. 2140.
I like that as just going with those two bets, maxing out our money.
I'm with that.
I'm with it. I'm there. You know I'm there.
All right, so I'm not going to say absentee Anthony's parlay again, but our first, we have the bad quarterback parlay, Minnesota money line, Arizona money line. We're putting 350 to win 925. And then we have a three-teamer here, Giants minus 4.5 over Houston, Dallas minus 4.5 over Green Bay, under 37.5 in the Denver, Tennessee game. Ironically, this could also be the bad quarterback parlay. And that's $350 to win $2,140. I have a good feeling about this week, gentlemen.
I do,
do too.
as well.
I just feel like we're not really taking too much of a risk. I feel like we're kind of. I mean, the backup quarterback thing could kind of implode on us, but
I don't care. I'm ready to ride, baby. I'm ready to ride. I've never felt better about the Cardinals since Kyler got to town than right now. Call of
And you
Duty's
have
been
not.
Call of
Call of
Duty's
Duty
been
Cal-
out.
felt good about Kyler Murray at all.
Call of Duty's been out for like a month now. So
like 2 weeks?
He should be all. Yeah. Well, you think he didn't get early access
well,
codes?
you also have to remember Warzone comes out a week from today.
Even
So
better to
it
bet
could
on him
change.
now.
Yeah.
It could
now.
change. Yeah,
You see, ever since I saw Kyler chirping at his teammates on the sideline,
his whole team.
I'll tell you
You
right
heard
now.
Hopkins.
I saw the
One. What are
Hopkins.
you looking at? One.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said one. What are you
I didn't
looking
even know
at?
what they were saying.
Oh, you didn't see the mic'd up version?
No,
Oh,
no.
homie, look it up right
I
now.
gotta look it up. Holy shit!
He's
I
saying
was trying to figure out.
Hopkins is saying one. What are you looking at? One. Come on, man. I'm wide open. And Kyler started yelling back at him.
Really?
Yeah.
Ever since the new Call of Duty
Barstool
came
posted it. I think Barstool
Kyler
posted it.
Murray's out there on the sideline screaming, "Yo, where are my comms? Where's my comms? You guys are literally dog water. What are you doing? Yo, you're literally open.
He
Literally
probably is.
ratio, no coverage, no receptions. Ratio, fucking dog water, dude. I'm gonna crank sick fucking 90s on you if you don't fucking get it together. And if that's Kyler on the sideline, I'll ride with Kyler. Cause listen, Kyler, I'm not the worst teammate in the squad either.
Yeah, dude.
What you see?
Yeah.
I love Marquise Brown just minding his own fucking business in the background.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
just like, I'm gonna fucking walk right here.
I'm not even suited up, bro. This ain't my problem.
Is Murray from the South?
Yeah, think so.
I was gonna say that man's got a Southern accent. Jeez, what you looking at? What do you see? It's
Yeah,
great, dude.
dude.
What do you see?
This man is like my
Jeez.
mama's blind and she could see I'm open, dude.
Oh, D-Hop.
God damn, dude.
D-Hop.
Hopkins just can't get good quarterback play to save his life, dude.
Which is wild because he's still good.
I know.
Even with these quarterbacks, like.
Even with subpar quarterback play.
Kyler, I'll tell you right now, I know what it's like to be the best one in the squad, too. And you're not alone, brother. All right? Sometimes you just got to carry. You got to throw some headphones on. You just got to get in the zone. All right, dude?
We were about 3 to 6 weeks away from Kyler getting nicked up. It's gonna be an ankle or a
You
rib
think so?
or yeah. Come
Interestingly
on.
enough, they are the mid-season Hard Knocks team this year.
Really?
Yeah. it
Why are we
started-
doing
Shout out
this?
to
started
Little
last
Baker
week.
for
Why
that
are we doing-
absolute
Yeah.
Why are we doing this
One.
mid-season fucking
Because dude,
hard
we
knock
need
shit,
to
dude?
make because dominating a day during the week was not enough. We need to make it dramatic as well.
Because why make billions when we can make
trillions,
trillions, dude?
For real. For real, dude. They're like, yeah, they want it to be like a whole fucking. I can't lie. I like.
We
Hard
dream
Knocks,
of a
but-
world where it's NFL year round.
Yeah.
Well, that's week 10. Does anyone have any closing remarks?
Let's go punts, baby.
Yeah, let's go. Pons.
Let's
Why
go
not?
punts. Let's go punts. We're brought to you by House of
Kyler
Hab.
Murray's from Texas. Sorry, just figured out.
That's
I
the
think I
South.
knew that.
See, that man's Texas. Go ahead.
We're brought to you by
Taboo time.
House of Havoc Podcasting, Tiger Pack Productions, Sachi De Niro, Stay Thirsty Company, Dino Skate Park, Justin's Chop Shop of West Hampton Beach. Peace out.
And as always, Cucks, stay tuned.